I'm gonna just say this, man. Whatever bad writing that was going on in season 5, episode 8, 9, and 10. Those 3 episodes alone. I know people are gonna say 9 and just the season finale, but I'm gonna add episode 8 in there. Those 3 episodes right there is when the writing got really, really strong. And ever since then, that strong writing has bled over into this season. So far, so good. I'm talking about so good. There's a lot going on. The writing from this season, I'm going to say it again. The writing for the last 3 episodes of season 5 bled on to this season. That's the Snowfall we know and love. Let's get right into it, man. Franklin is stressed out. He got Veronique with him. Yo, it's for some reason Veronique, it seems like she does not want to be a part of this. I mean, she's hesitant at first, but at some point in the episode, we see her get changed into this whole uh like this whole new person. Like, she got back into the criminal world. We meet her mother. She's a scam artist. She finds out from her daughter that Franklin needs help. Franklin meets up with her, and then it's just a lot going on. Now, on the other hand, Aunt Louie and Uncle Jerome, they find out about what happened. Things is getting crazy. He's mad because Franklin pulled out a gun on Aunt Louie. Now, I told y'all in a few prediction videos ago, it was about like a few months ago, that don't be surprised that Aunt Louie tells Jerome that Franklin pulled a gun out on her. And I said that. But and you see what happened in this episode, what was brought up. So it seems like the beef between Jerome and Franklin is finally starting to heat up, and all because of Aunt Louie. Now, there was one scene in the show that kind of made me, like, that was intense. I'm not gonna really, I mean, it's a recap video, so what the hell. When Jerome beat the hell out of Black Diamond, I like, bro, I was pissed. And I'm never pissed at Jerome. I've never been pissed or mad at Jerome. I mean, he's one of my favorite characters. But just to see that side of him just made me lose all kind of respect for him. I mean, I'm going to quote what someone said on Twitter. That's 5 seasons of respect thrown out the window because of that. Now, I also said in one of my prediction videos that, briefly, that your girl Dallas was going to be sad from something. She was going to be crying. And I also put up a screenshot that of Jerome doing some kind of gesture, a violent gesture, was Black Diamond. And I turned out to be right. And it was just intense. Now, one thing I want to talk about, the one person I want to talk about is your boy Big Dion. I mean, I don't know. Shout out to him for getting that bag, right? Everyone seemed to be looking like they eating finally, because last time we seen them, they was kind of like on the up and up, but they wasn't really flossing. Now they really flossing, and he's just a big bully. Like, he became a big Debo of the hood. Now, I mentioned in one of my videos, my last Snowfall video, that he was going to be causing some problems, and he was just going to take over and let that position get to his head now that Leon's gone and out the game. He even said it too. He even said Leon's out the game. Have you noticed a pattern with Franklin, though? That every time Franklin has like a brilliant idea, he always ends up getting someone killed or someone hurt or something. Not even hurt, someone killed. I was right. Someone killed. And it's just all these casualties that just keeps happening. Now, Franklin just set this whole thing up knowing damn well that Jerome wasn't going to go for that. And that's how you decided, you cannot do it. Maybe I'm glad this is your last season, bro, because you need to hurry up and get out the game, because you still making, come on, man. We supposed to be more seasoned than that, man. There was no way that anyway. And let's talk about how your boy Buckley took all the police officers, all the crowd, took a few of his police officers with him, talking about back on up, and then they just sat back and just watched all of this happen. Now, Another thing I want to talk about the episode is the theme. Now, the theme of the episode is family. Family is breaking apart. There's a war coming upon them. The CIA, the government, they're getting ready to do their sweep. Everyone's tying up loose ends because this is the end game right now. And I noticed a lot of discussion about how the government wanted us to eradicate ourselves, wanted us to destroy ourselves, do all this. This is supposed to be like a big distraction. Uncomfortable. This is supposed to be like a big distraction. I mentioned it in one of my other videos too. I can't remember the videos that I mentioned stuff on because I keep uploading so much. But I mentioned that this was going to be a major distraction. So while all of this is going on, the government is plotting on how to sweep everyone up all in one sweep. You know what I'm saying? Just plan to take everyone, shut everything down. So they have to be aware of it. And even Sissy said it. She said, I mean, what if this is like a whole distraction for us to wipe each other out? I mean, you don't think this is what Teddy wants? Even Teddy himself mentions it. He mentions it from a whole another spectrum. He was like I mean, do they not know what's going on? They're fighting each other. This is family. I'm like, he even knows, because he knows he's finna come and get all of y'all and lock all of y'all up, man. Now, Franklin finally meets with Ruben, something I didn't really expect. I still don't really trust Ruben so much, but I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt only because he seems like he's the only source to getting revenge and getting down to the bottom of things, you know what I'm saying? So Franklin has no choice but to trust Ruben. But let's talk about that performance Michael Hyatt, aka Sissy Saint, put on in Franklin's crib. I mean, she let him have it. You can tell where he gets all that snappiness from, because that's Mama Saint, you know what I'm saying? She gave that brick by brick energy, and I was here for it all the way. Now, I still want to know if Alton is alive. Now, Sissy has been preaching a lot. She has been preaching a lot for 2 episodes, and it didn't even seem preachy, but she's definitely been preaching the sermon, man. I need y'all to protect my girl Sissy, man. I need y'all to protect her, man, because I don't know, man. I just seen the preview for the for what was going to be coming up in the final season, and it looks crazy, man. I finally seen Leon. He's back, and you see him fighting Big Dion in the little preview. We might talk about that. I already did, but if you want me to, I'll talk about it. But anyway, he's doing that. So I was right about that. It was a lot of predictions that I made earlier that nearly happened in the show. So I'm actually glad that I was right, because you know, y'all give me my views on my channel or whatever. Let's continue, man. Gustavo, on the other hand, he is a disappointment, because your boy Gustavo was supposed to be more solid than that. It feels like a B Mickey situation. B Mickey, you know, he's supposed to be the solid one, but he gets caught up and has to do all this singing and all this and that and the third. And now you have your boy Gustavo, who's even more solid and just really built like that, you know what I'm saying? Built like that. And here he is singing, and then your boy Moreno from season 2. I mean, someone get rid of this dude, man. Come on, Gustavo, what are you doing, man? Like, you supposed to be solid, but you know, he seems like he wants to help Franklin out, but it's an ultimatum. It's an Indian given exchange. So at this point, man, it's all about who you trust, man, and you still have to be careful, man, because it's a lot of snakes out here in this game, man. Season 6 is showing us that, man. This is only the beginning. Now, Kane, on the other hand, wakes up, and he is mad than ever, bro. He even gives Franklin an ultimatum like, yo, fix this, or I'm gonna think you had something to do with this. So that's gonna be some problems Franklin is gonna be faced with. So it's definitely going down this season, man. And then I want to talk about one last thing. There's probably some key elements of the first 2 episodes that I missed. I probably may look over it when I get some free time, watch it over again. review it, and then come up with some predictions. You know how I give these prediction and analysis videos, man. You know I go crazy with them, especially for Snowfall, man. But let's talk about that ending before we wrap up, man. That ending for episode 2 had me in the living room shook. I was really shook in that living room, man. I was like, when the episode went off, and then it showed the preview for what was gonna happen in later on in the season. I turned the TV off, turned my light off. I just sat in the darkness for like 20 seconds. I'm not even lying, bro, because that scene right there alone had my jaw roll up. My jaw dropped. And Franklin ate him. Franklin ate him. I mean, like, yeah, it's about time he can get punched. But he ate him, and then I don't know how this is gonna play out, man. But I'm really excited, man. That was Snowfall, my review for the first 2 episodes. A little brief recap of some of the key elements that happened in the first 2 episodes, man. Y'all hit that like and hit that subscribe button, man. I had to show y'all my face, show face for the video, man. Just, you know, every once in a while, I will be continuing to go back on the mic for it. So expect some predictions, analysts, and more. Anyway, man, hit that like, hit that subscribe, man. I'm up out of here, y'all. Take y'all asses to bed, even though you're gonna watch this, and I'm gonna upload this in the morning. But you know what I'm talking about. I just thought about the lot. Whatever. Good night.